Mechanism Monday Management. Oh boy, so I was on the internet the way we all are, and I came across a clip of Kanye West, apparently from 2018, in the middle of what appears to be a photo shoot while on a call with a man who he referred to as Scooter, which is probably safe to assume is Scooter Braun, the successful manager with a resume that includes such notables as Demi Lovato, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, and of course, Kanye West. During this clip, which lasts a little over a minute, Kanye is heard responding to the news from Scooter that the separation of West from his former imprint Good Music will be about a 6-month process, with a loud demand that it needs to happen now. And then he begins going off about giving music to his former artist on Good, Tiana Taylor, the current president of Good Music, Pusha T, I could be wrong, and the original rap golden child, Nas, claiming he's giving away classics. All of these artists are using him. None of them are helping with his vision and his burning desire to get rid of good music because good is the enemy of great, and I'm great. A lot to unpack. Okay, now I'm going to skip past the idea that artists are using him as if they held him hostage and tortured him for tracks. I'm also going to skip past that the artists he claims are using him are indeed artists on his label whose success he's directly and indirectly benefiting from. Or that good has always stood for getting out our dreams, which could never be the enemy of great. I'm also going to skip past the fact that both Tiana Taylor and Push allegedly had issues with Kanye, allegedly switching tracks at the last minute and mixing on the plane on the way to the Wyoming listenings. Hell, I'm even going to leave out the fact that, assuming it was their idea that was inspired by the beat, it can be argued that part of your job as the producer is to execute their vision by bringing their idea to life. But honestly, that wasn't even what I focused on. You know who I thought of during the whole debacle? If you've been following, you know. Scooter, the manager. Can you imagine life with Kanye as a client? Taking a call from someone as erratic and unbalanced as he's been lately and having to deal with the unrestricted whims of the unhinged, facilitating today's demand to tear down his label because he can't get his way with other people's careers while demanding all of the above happen by the end of business today. Imagine having to make calls to get all of the above done, whether it's possible or not, and then having to call back and explain why it's not and deal with the condescending tantrum that comes next. Can you imagine someone insinuating that you're doing your job wrong or don't know what you're doing at all just because you can't do right now what they can't do at all? Dealing with all of this while knowing that if you fail, it's your fault. But if you win, it's his fault. Can you imagine the anxiety that comes up when you see that name pop up on the contact poster? Can you imagine being unyielding but working for the ungrateful? You want to hear something wild? I can. So as everyone who's ever managed, did publicity, or had an artist that seemed any level of success, just minus the millions of fans, streams, and dollars. Maybe we should all keep that in mind in this business. Maybe before we make someone sit on the other end of an insulting, belittling tantrum, we put the phone down, take 5 deep breaths, and think to ourselves, how would Scooter feel? Couldn't hurt.